All right. So, we are trying out a different kind of stream. Most of the kids are in bed. This one's sleeping on me. And we are going to do a couple of things here today. Going to try out... I'm over on Twitch right now. And I'm on YouTube. Let's see here. I can manage stream here. See things here. Very good. And then over here, go to live. Dashboard content. That's not the one. Live. There we go. That is not the right thing, but that's fine. That is just fine. Click on that, and we have chat for YouTube open as well. All right, so my plan tonight, I'm testing out some streaming, testing out some options for streaming, and I'm gonna just finish up getting the ring on my shaman. I've gotten it on an evoker, but that's not what I'm normally playing. I'm normally playing my shaman. So I'm also going to look into a PC build that I am interested in making happen sometime here in the next little bit. I've got a few PCs, but if mommy wants to play with us, now that she's had a baby here, eventually she might want to play with us, and if she does, I would love to, we're going to have to get another PC set up to make that happen. So, anyway, if you're in chat, say hi, please. That would be awesome. Hang out. Tell me what you think about the Siren Isle if you've played it. So far, I have thoughts, which we'll probably get into here. Okay, I know I need to... Oh, I hate the quest log in WoW. It could use a serious revamp. Okay, I gotta slay some Bloodwave Vrykles to finish that out. Alright, these look like Bloodwave Vrykles. It ain't easy. I don't really play... Well, it feels good to do DPS. You don't get to do DPS when you're healing very often. Take that out. I don't know how... Oh, buddy, you're all right. You're okay. We're just having a good time here tonight. We're gonna let mommy get some good rest before you keep her up cluster feeding tonight. Cluster feeding is a, it's not fun. It's not fun for mommy. So we try to give mommy a little bit of rest when we're able to. Okay, I have a mount here. So I've played a little bit of Siren Isle. And... for catch-up content, it's pretty decent, I think. It's not too shabby. Do I have... I think I need to get a quest from back in town to pick up notes for a notebook so that I can get my ring leveled up to 542, something like that. So I'm gonna go check that out. And is it a storm right now? I'm so confused. Did I go into storm mode? No, I did not go into storm mode. Okay, I'm gonna take this. Take out 2 rare enemies, and my quest log is full. Good. Good. Well, I was ready for turn in. I just don't even know what to do here. Okay, do I have any quests from old expansions? Seasonal? Oh, I can get rid of that. I don't need that quest. I don't need that quest. It's probably a good idea to have it to gain reputation faster. Abandon this. And I will never play Korak's Revenge, probably. So, yeah, I have not been a huge fan of... I mean, Siren Isle is good if you want to catch up and you want to, like, not have to worry. If you're gonna get an alt, you're just starting an alt that you really want to get ready for 11.1, it's probably not too bad. But for what it is, it's alright. It's not awful. Oh, add 12 notes and documents. Okay, I need to do this. Oh, we get dismounted there. That's always fun. Streaming to no one. See, I know the attraction of this channel is probably me playing with my kids. So I don't know how this is gonna work. But I do need to make sure that this stream solution is actually working good. And I have been wanting to make a video about having PC gaming on a budget if you got a family. Because I've seen a couple comments where people are like, "Oh, I would love to do this if I had the coin." And it doesn't have to be as expensive as you might imagine to do PC gaming with your kids. And I'm like, you can definitely do it for somewhere in between the cost of a Switch and like an Xbox Series S, I think is the cheap one. I don't know. I don't really do a whole lot of consoling. I've got a PS4 and an Xbox One S, something like that. I don't really know. I don't pay attention. They are basically Plex viewing devices. This must be an AoE build that I'm in right now. Oh, that's somebody on my team. Good. Okay, so how does this build work? We basically... This Primal P-Wave gives you an instant lava burst? Ooh, lava burst hits all targets affected by your flame shock for 50% of normal damage. Gives you lava surge. Okay. P-Wave is good, and it's on a 30-second cooldown. So you get a big pack up. You get out your flame searing totem, which is going to apply flame shock to everybody. And you P-Wave lava burst for big damage. That's what I would do. Oh yeah. Oh. We got a Coca-Cola can. Taking us back to the days when we drank Coca-Cola in Kazan. Those were the days. Oh, I've got a thing here. Gonna have to open this chest up. So the nice thing about streaming while I've got this baby is that the baby likes to stay asleep if there's a little bit of talking going on. He is used to noise, and so hopefully me talking to myself will keep him happy, and I can narrate what's going on, which is what streaming is all about, right? It's the constant narration of the things that are taking place. We're getting some chests. Valor Stones. Valor Stones are real. I've heard that a lot of people who play a lot are like, I always have enough Valor Stones. This is not the casual experience in my experience. Valor Stones are hard to come by. They're always... I'm always going to do an upgrade or combine some sparks, and I end up not having enough Valor Stones. So I would love it if Blizzard would remove Valor Stones. That would be good for me. Howdy, howdy. So, let's see here. I need some more notes for the notebook. I think that's the main thing to unlock the, just to get my item level up on this ring. I think I've got all of the gems that I can socket in it available. But we'll see. Missing ingredient. And what was it called in Dragonflight? The 10.7 island? Forbidden Reach. I will say, I think I like the not flying here. It's the one thing that I enjoy about it so far, is that having to walk is nice. It's the one way that it is better than the Forbidden Reach, in my opinion. Howdy howdy to everybody who's here. Please have a conversation with me. Drop something in chat. That would be fantastic. Ooh. The notes respawn at a quick rate. Okay, what am I supposed to do? They're all interesting notes. There's a quest I'm supposed to do something for that I just picked up. We'll see if it becomes obvious. Oh, there's what it is. Survey devices we need to activate, of course. How can I not know that there was these survey devices I needed to activate? Hey Warlocks, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm a little bit tired, but my wife is a lot more tired than me, so I'm trying to give her a break from the baby and test out some streaming. How are you doing tonight? It might not be night where you're at, actually. Now that I think about it, this is a global platform. Could be the middle of the day in Europe. Alright, that is done. That was the main reason I was here. 3:30 p.m. Okay, 3:30 p.m. Let me do a little... Oh no, the baby likes sound. The baby has a bunch of siblings who are not quiet. They're not quiet people. They can be quiet, but a lot of the time they like to be rambunctious. So he actually, if I was to stop talking for too long, he'd probably start stirring. So I have to keep the talk going, which is probably a good thing for streaming, I would imagine. I watch some streams occasionally. I watch some TFT streams after a while, and I watch Race to World first. But so I don't really know what the stream thing is about. It's kind of funny, like essentially I'm making content here on this channel that I probably would never watch. So, which is cool. It's cool that people enjoy it. I just started, I was playing games with my kids and was like, well, we can put up some like home videos. And this channel, I just had kind of put up whatever about WoW I had done. And then all of a sudden, I was playing games with my kids and videos started taking off. And I was like, that's cool. And hopefully it can be a positive force in the world, encouraging people to maybe take a different approach to the game a little bit, if that's what they need, or just you know, I having kids is awesome, and so if I can encourage people to have kids, then they're inclined to it. If you're inclined to it, having kids is awesome. Hey Darren, I've been enjoying watching your videos. Not a dad yet, but hopefully soon. Really cool to see how you engage with them on the game. Yes, that is. I hope that you're a dad soon too. If you hope that. It's interesting because my wife, her dad left when she was like pretty young, and it took him a really long time to mature. He's gotten a lot better, but I think if you can commit to having kids and you're committed to your spouse, it's just one of the best things you can do. It can take you from wherever you're at to places you never knew you could be in terms of fulfillment. So playing since vanilla, brought my wife into the game. Look forward to a day I can check it out with a kid. Yeah, absolutely. Are you playing mostly retail now? I don't need that. Okay, where's the notebook? Did I turn the notebook quest in? Okay. Siren Isle. Okay, I turned it in. Is my ring upgraded? Not that one. 639. I don't have anything socketed. Almost exclusively retail, but even that I've had a big break from since maybe about 6 weeks into season 1. Okay. Yeah. No, it definitely feels like for a lot of people, especially if they're into M+, that it's not a great time for a lot of people. At least it's a very forgiving patch if you want to take a break, which I think is good. I don't like it when things are too incentivized to no life things. Okay. Citrine should be everything. Okay, so spells and abilities have a low chance of triggering the Singing Thunder Citrine effects of 4 nearby allies. So we've got our augmentation gem. Okay, extra secondary stat. I'll take that. What is this? It's a red one. Extra damage. I like that. Does this all spells and abilities? Okay, so theoretically, this should still be a damage boost for Resto. All right, Darren, you have a great night. I hope you get that kid soon. Singing Thunder. Okay, so that's that one. Highest. Okay, so I still need a C. A Singing C Citrine. Something like that. Okay. Wait, who sells the C Citrine? Not that guy. You just talk to him. He's some kind of a wrathy religious fanatic. Nope, transmog. Well, let's get him out. Make this faster. So I did not play Island Expeditions during Battle for Azeroth. I came back and did a little bit of I don't remember what I did, but I was mostly playing Classic at that point, and that's what actually got me back into the game. But I have run them for transmog some, and I actually kind of liked the idea. Singing Citrine. Okay, I have the Thunder one. I know probably a lot of people didn't like did not like Island Expeditions from what I've seen online. It doesn't seem like it was anybody's favorite thing. Maybe there's some people that really liked it. Here we go. Singing Citrine. Something here? Nope. More of that. Okay, you're killing me. Don't make me look it up, Blizzard. I mean, I remember back playing during TBC that you used, like, what was it? Thoughtbot or something? To look things up all the time. But I don't feel like we had to look things up nearly as much as we do now. Nope, not that one. If anybody in chat knows where to get the C gem, so I can sing sea shanties, please feel free to chime in. Okay, so she's near one of these things. Little overhang. Maybe the other people are near a little overhang. Oh man. But maybe they're not too. That's Susie. You talked to her to go into storm mode. I do recall that. That's the singing wind citrine. I don't need the singing wind citrine. I need the singing sea citrine. That's transmog, yeah. Where in the world are you? Are you under this dragon? No, I don't think you are. I don't need to make this in my home. And you just have some burgers. Maybe a couple trade goods. It's an airship engineer. I don't need to go anywhere where the machine can take me. That person is not that. There's a draconic horror. General goods. Okay, we got some trade goods there. How about this guy? Reading the runes. So that's just a quest turn in. Maybe, do I have to unlock it on this character? What is the Tortulan selling? Oh, here it is. Nope, that's just a different singing thunder. Oh, wait, so they do. Okay, this is not the way to do it, Blizzard. I just want one guy who sells all of the things. This is not the way to do it. Okay, what is the thing I need to do? What do I get from this? Those things, I don't care about those. That's the same one. Okay, peak precision. That's just that stuff. Celebration tokens. Ooh. If you've played any of the anniversary event, oh, what is this? A raw singing citrine. Okay. Go search the ruins. I think this is what I need to do. Okay. So track that one. Where is it? It'll just show up as I go out. Okay, I think it's this one. Go turn on some survey devices while I do this. Survey devices are everyone's favorite. We have summoning runes we can destroy. Oh, I'll try this out. I did this quest on a devastation evoker that was severely undergeared, so I feel like I'll be able to do this. May as well. I'll take you guys out first. Where is... Too late. That's a shame. Okay, get this other guy down. Okay, we got him out. Take down this. We think about healing ourselves a little bit. Where are my heals? Okay. One of those. Another one of those. Okay, that'll be enough. There we go. Destroy the ruins. The runes are no good. The Vrykul are using the runes to do something horrible, I assume. So when do we get Vrykul as a playable race? Stormkeeper. That does not work on her. Okay, this is not a problem. We did it. What did we do? Is that all we needed to do? Yes, that was all we needed to do. The outside looks too much like the inside. It's kind of a hidden exit. Complete quest. Thank you very much. Okay, what do we got here? Shuddering Hollow, Stagmarac, Slain. What's his health at? Can I get a tag? Oh, I can help. I've never taken this guy down before. Ooh. Okay, so I think you can get jewels from these guys or gems from these guys, if I recall correctly. No, thank you. I don't need that. This isn't horrible single target damage build. It works. What do we got? Did we get a sea gem for singing sea shanties with? Nope. Warband gear. Okay, that's good. I like gear I can give to alts. Oh no, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. That's not great. It's not great at all. I don't love it. I don't love it. Okay, Eve's Ghastly Rider. Yes, Chantal, yes. I actually, I have my Evoker. I got it all of the catch-up gear, so it's like level 588 now, which is awesome. And I just want to say, Chantal, so your last name that you have listed here, I don't know if it's your actual last name. It could just be a pseudonym that you go under on the internet. Okay, awesome. Glad to know that it doesn't appear as though there's actually any issues. So, your last name, my grandmother had her best friend shared the same last name, and she taught children's church for my kids, and she was a great lady. So when I see your name, it gives me good feelings. Makes me remember her. She passed away not too long ago, so anyway. Okay, I think there's a graveyard or something I have to do. Chantal, do you know, I thought that if you had unlocked a gem, you could get it from anybody, basically, or you could buy any gem that you'd unlocked on another character. Is that indeed the case? The prairies. You're probably not too far north of me somewhere. I grew up on the prairies of Kansas. There's a lot of I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a German last name. There's a lot of Germans that settled out here. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to find the person that sold the sea gem, or whatever the water one is. I think it's a water one. This one, yeah, the Singing Sea socket. And I know I've got them all on my evoker, and so I'm trying to figure out. I thought I went to all the different guys and to all the different vendors in the main hub area, and I wasn't able to find it. I'll probably have to Google it. I wish you didn't have to Google things like that anymore. I wish they made it a little bit more obvious, especially for stuff that's oh, go get this chest. Especially for stuff that should be pretty. I know in Forbidden Reach there was just one vendor that you could get things. You could get all your different gems or whatever stones that you socketed into the thing. And I feel like that's what they should do now. Maybe I'm just too demanding. I just want everything handed to me on a platter. Okay, I gotta go look at some runes. What's your main, Chantal? Apprentice Tanmar. Very good. When I'm back there, I will target him or her and find it. You're okay, bud. You're okay, buddy. So I'm sure that the lore here on these stones is fantastic, but it's the sort of thing that I like to have somebody who's really into it do a YouTube video for me about. Okay, okay. So tanking and healing, you like punishment. You like high stakes, high stress gameplay. I heal and tank primarily too, so I understand. Circe and Thrayer. Okay, so these people are Reichel, I assume. There's something over here. Oh, that's right. We see this thing happen. The stones. Stone carvers. So they are doing Miss Pandaria Classic, I guess then. I didn't play MOP, and I didn't play Cataclysm either. I haven't played any of Cataclysm Classic, and I would consider playing MOP Classic, depending on a couple of things. The first thing is, how much time is it going to take? Because I am not, I do not have the luxury of no-lifing games anymore. So, but everything, when I did play MOP Remix, and it made me feel like it would be a fun expansion to play through. I like the pandas. Pandas are cool. That's really, is there anything in particular that you were thinking, Jody? Do you have any thoughts on the mop expansion? Okay, dailies and grinding. I mean, yeah. Dailies and grinding is definitely going to be a big no from me. That is stuff where... So my most played expansion until Dragonflight, well, and by hours played, I probably played a lot more than I did Dragonflight. Where is this thing? Was Burning Crusade. And I feel like the grind wasn't as bad. You had leveling was a grind. PvP, best expansion for PvP. I wish that they would fix PvP in retail. I mean, I think that you'd have to get pretty radical to save it. Oh, you're okay. You're okay. You're all right, buddy. Come on, get a little more comfortable here. There you go. Yeah, the story looked good. The music is definitely fantastic. I feel like maybe Remix was enough for me. Remix was that accelerated experience that other than apparently the PvP stuff. yeah, I'm letting mommy get some rest. He's been cluster feeding at night. So I try to take him for a couple hours when the kids are asleep and she's able to get some rest. Okay, center room, tiny gym. Oh. You're okay. Tiny gym on the back right hand side. Okay, perfect. That must be in here. This is the center room. Thank you for guiding me through this. I would be lost without you. Yeah, so it sounds like mop is not going to be for me. Oh, you're okay, bud. Okay, a gym. Okay, you said a tiny gym on the back right-hand side. I see it. Nope. Do I see it? Yes, I see it. Thank you. We got it. We got it. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Did I get a buff? Not that one. Nope, I haven't got it yet. Find the perfect pixel here. Come on. Oh, yeah. See, like... So, as someone who has not had a lot of furry exposure, it doesn't, I know, occasionally I've watched Asmongold back in the day. During lockdowns, I discovered that guy. Okay, am I yellow? Am I, maybe? I don't, there we go. 2 minutes. Okay. Does it go away? If I shapeshift? Oh no. Oh no, apparently it does go away if I shapeshift. That's lame. Yeah, the furries, I think Volperas are fun to play as. So I don't get the, I don't understand. It's a video game, and, yeah, you know, he has definitely stopped playing WoW and has started playing YouTube and Twitch as his primary MMO. I think I liked him better when he was playing WoW as his MMO. Oh, you're okay, buddy. You're okay. Oh, you're all right. Just get comfy. Get comfy. Get it. Get your finger in your mouth or something. Soothe yourself a little bit. You're all right. Okay. But I don't really, as far as I know, I don't know any furries in real life. Maybe if I Maybe if I had more furry exposure, I would think differently about okay. I would think differently about the pandas. Okay, we have a thing now. What does it do? Okay, just some transmog. We like transmog. Am I doing a quest in here? 3 keys of Thrayer examine. Okay. Oh, I probably needed that buff to do that. Well, I hope not. We will find out. So are you going to be playing Mop Classic, Jody? Frosty, how's it going, man? I assumed you're a man. You might not be. But how's it going? Man is a gender neutral term now, right? I don't know. I can't keep up. Yeah, Resto Shaman is my main, and it has been since I started playing back in the day. I found that I could, requires active storm. Oh, do you have to go into storm mode to do this one? Okay, we've read the runes, right? We're good now? That's all you need to do, I hope. The last expansion you played was Legion. So do you not play WoW at all anymore, or do you play Classic? What's your story, Jody? Give me loot. No. Okay. What are you up to, Frosty? What's going on with you? What's new in your life? Singing tablet. No. What is the singing tablet for? You know what? Okay. I'm not going to stress about it. Did I set my... No. Okay. Wrath private server. Yeah, life can get in the way of things like this, and that's a good thing. I basically didn't play any video games from when I quit. Oh, it ports you back. Oh, that's nice. I basically didn't play any video games from about midway through Wrath. So I would have been maybe 22 or so. And then once I started having kids, when my wife would watch TV, I'd play, like, I think it was Destiny on the PlayStation. And so that was when when we had our third kid. So from about, I probably took about 8 years off of video games. Playing WoW as a job, honestly, sounds horrible to me. Like, yeah. I know it sounds like a good idea, but think about, like, you have to log in and play every patch. If you're a successful streamer, you have to play, let's say it's 40 hours a week. And 40 hours a week every once in a while is cool. That's doable. But if you have to play 40 hours a week, if you had to play this patch for 40 hours a week, there you go. That makes sense. Lots of games. If you're already playing it as a job, then getting paid would be the better solution. I hear you. That's like, I just didn't play at all in season 4. Grizzly Hills was a really good spot. It definitely had the best vibes, I think, out of all the different zones. I think I have about 15 level 70 alts. I played a lot in Dragonflight. Nope, I don't want to do this thing. Hold on. Hey Ash. Great. I'm glad that you love watching our content. That's cool. Thanks for dropping a message in chat. Five to 6. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Keep up the content. So, if you're here, if you have a main, what's your main? And if you have like 3 mains, like some people might, like lots of games, what are your 3 or 4 mains? Do I have to do the storm? No, here we go. Weathered page journals. What do I do over here? Okay. I can get on this to get across here. Oh, okay. I'm indecisive and make new characters every couple weeks. I just level the Warlock Orc. Gonna try to make it my main, but probably not. You sound like Little John. Little John is like, he's got so many alts. Yes, 3 active subs. I actually have a 4th going right now as well, because there's a couple of people. I'd like to get my wife into it, and she's actually said that she might give it a shot. Resto Shaman is fun. Resto Shaman is it's a good thing. Death Knight, Warlock, Mage, and Enhancement Shaman. Okay. Yeah, so 3 active subs and the expansion. So, Christmas time, Little John is a great character. He's a great kid. Yeah, no, he gets really into things. There was a story I told him in a comment where somebody's like, man, he's just locked in, and he brings that kind of energy to everything he does. He the other day he's like, he hasn't really done a whole lot of baking. His sisters do baking. It is almost a full party. But so he wanted to, he's like, I want to make some muffins. And so like an hour and a half later, he'd found a recipe, he'd made the muffins, and we were all eating tasty muffins, but he locked in and made some muffins. He's fun. Trying to get my dad to come back. He keeps implying he will. We've played together since I was a teen, and I'm 29 now. Yeah, no, he should play with you some. Little John they're not twins. There is about 18 months between them. So Little John is, he's 10, and Annette will be 12 soon. So Annette is definitely the responsible one. She's definitely the oldest kid. I'm also the oldest kid, and there's like a certain, like, the nature of things is that you end up having to take care of people. Frosty plays with his wife. No, it's I tried to get my wife into it. She played classic a little bit with me, and she was like, she liked herbalism and skinning. I took her into Black Fathom Depths, whatever it's called. And she was like, I do not like dungeons. I just want to skin and herb. I want to go kill some wolves and skin them and pick flowers. And so we did that some, but she does a lot. She keeps us fed most of the time. And so, but I'm hoping to get her back in a little bit. Retail might work, maybe. You're so smart, I can tell. Your daughter always picks up stuff so fast and seems inquisitive. Yeah, she is. They're both very sharp. They are. And yeah, she definitely, I love her commentary. I love the way that she thinks about things and looks at things that I would never notice, but then I do because she brings them to my attention. All right, let's see here. Being an uncle, I'm for sure the oldest kid. Had a miscarriage a year ago. I'm so sorry about that. We've had 2 miscarriages, my wife and I. The first time she got pregnant, and then before this little guy right here was born. Yeah, I hope you get that dad update. It's a transformative experience becoming a parent. Yes, my wife would be the most casual of players. It seems like Annette really loves the lore of the game. Have I seen the add-on dialogue UI? It's an updated quest window that targets in on the NPC talking and makes the text a lot larger and easier. Okay, yeah, I've not seen that, but that I will take a look at that. And I'll actually probably get that for Little John too, because one of the things with the reading is the quest text is really small on his screen. Doctor says it's normal, first time. Yeah, no, it is. It's not uncommon. The stat that I've seen is it's 1 in 4 pregnancies. I don't know how they track all that, but it's not uncommon. And yeah, you know what? Getting the baby, holding that baby in your arms for the first time is without a doubt the best part of having a baby. And there's lots of good things about it, and making the baby is also a really fun part in my experience. So yeah, I hope that you get to enjoy all of that's involved. She may like WoW in its current state. The dungeons make you feel so powerful, and you can just blast through them. Yeah, she actually, so she's like, oh, I don't like the colors. Graphically, she's like, she played like Doom on her grandpa's PC when she was little, and that's like that, and Tekken on the PlayStation those are her main gaming things. So she kind of likes the old school vibes. Okay. What am I looking for here? I'm looking for, if I upgraded this ring first, but yeah, you know, I'm trying to keep it PG-13. trying to keep it PG-13. The kids are in bed. Singing sea socket. I still don't have that, and I still have not upgraded this thing. Okay. I'm going to Google it. Quest to upgrade Circe's circlet eye level. Beastmaster or survival. If you want to do the most DPS right now, I believe that survival is the way to go. If you only want to hit like 4 buttons, Beastmastery is awesome. Annette just went Beastmastery and she's like, oh, this is fantastic. And I think she's actually doing more DPS now because the rotation is so much easier. And you also get 2 pets. Yep, 2 pets is better than 1. That is correct, Jody. I love WoW aesthetic because it's the perfect combo of old and new. Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's definitely, it hits all the feels for me. Okay. The mechanical bunny. Yeah. Yeah, so her and Little John have been going on a pet collecting spree. 900, so almost 1 million DPS, single target, 609. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. I haven't looked at single target DPS because we haven't rated it all really. It's just in heroics. I think it's probably doing in a mid-size pack maybe 1.2 million to 1.5 million coming up on level 600 or so. At least for when she was playing yesterday. Yeah, I've never even looked at survival. It's like a melee class, right? My dad said he'd come back if necromancers became a thing, and they leaked possible classes recently. Yeah, no, they did. How about has he played Unholy Decay? That's kind of got a necro vibe. My hunter transmog is the scarecrow outfit, and I have 2 raven pets. Nice. Yeah, that's a fun Halloween-y vibe. A series of weekly time-gated quests will reward you with raw singing citrines. That's the one. Raw singing citrine. Okay, I still have to do the weekly quest then. So I probably have to do this one. Okay, so it's just not necromancer enough. Yeah, demo and yeah, Unholy Decay is like S tier this season from what I've heard. How about a rare? I'll go there. I probably should get like a goblin glider and a rocket pack. I hear that that's the way to get around here if you need to get a rare. Okay, Frosty is also. You're also the main Unholy. Yeah, I've only played Blood really. I feel like DKs were kind of broken for a lot of their lifetime. They were obviously in Wrath. They were slapping. Were they not great in Cataclysm? Do we got anybody? Can I take this down by myself? Never tried, but monk healing was really good. I did some fist weaving in Dragonflight Season 3, and that was a good time. think I'm gonna need some help. Evokers. Oh my goodness. Okay, I know these things help me stay alive. I've made a horrible mistake. No. Oh, I have a health potion. That's good. Okay, we get some other people in here. Yeah, fist weaving was a lot of fun. I could see it becoming a... If I wasn't maining Resto Shaman, I could definitely see that. Evoker healing feels really underpowered to me. Prez Evoker, it just doesn't have any, like, oh crap buttons. I should heal, probably. Okay. Okay, was that one? Okay, I just need one more rare. And so let's see here. And then Druid healing. I did enjoy Druid healing. Okay, 2 minutes for this. I'll wait on it. Okay, bronze celebration tokens. I would totally, if you're interested, the time walking leveling, I think I got enough to get every transmog I wanted out of that. A lazy DPS for healing. Yeah, no, well, and that's I think I played every healer in Dragonflight at one point or another. And Discipline was fun too. Discipline and Mistweaver might have been my favorites, or Discipline and Fistweaver. Druid healing just requires so much forethought. Eric, with the so the time walking dungeons, you get the oh, that's right, you actually do. So there's basically everything right now is giving the bronze celebration tokens. Any of the world quests for, I actually think basically all the quests on Siren Isle are given those. But I think probably the fastest way is just running the classic time walking dungeons. Holy Priest is the one that I have played the least. Yeah, so the time walking dungeons, Eric. Yeah, stacking hots and hoping they don't die is Druid healing. Yeah, you just really have to know when your damage windows are coming up in whatever you're playing. So Druid might be better to be like an alt for me. Learn on a reactive healer and go for that. Holy Priest, I haven't played a ton. It just feels really weak every time I play it. I hate not having an interrupt. It feels like not a whole lot of AoE healing, and I would, if it felt stronger, I think I would like to play it, but it just feels weak. Okay, no, holy, I am glad that you play Holy Priest. As a class fantasy, it should be my favorite. Oh yes, I will get that chest, Chantal. Thank you. Eric, are you trying to get all of the different transmogs from the anniversary event? And Jody, it could be that I am just, that I have just not properly taken the time to understand Holy Priest. Okay, so Bloodfang first. Yeah, if you're just kind of getting started on it, I hope somebody's made a YouTube video out there that gives the most efficient way to collect them. But basically, if you're already doing the weeklies on everything, then that might be, I know the weeklies give a decent amount in the new content in Isle of Dorn and everything. And then also, let's see here. Have you checked out how the new currency transfers work? Because like, so let's see here. We go to all warband transferable currencies in the character currency screen. And then, do I have any? I bought a lot of stuff. I must have some though. Okay, we go to miscellaneous. You'll get tokens. I think you get 2 tokens per dungeon in the time walking dungeons. Although right now it's Cataclysm. I don't know if you can queue for. Can you queue for classic time walking? You can't. So I think the Cataclysm dungeons are a bit longer. Oh, what time is it? 10:33. We can totally queue for some stuff. But so depending on if you've already unlocked stuff, you can transfer this stuff between your different characters. So transfer. So you could take a look through all your different characters. And if you have been playing, you might have been collecting things without even realizing it. So you just go to this currency transfer screen. So this is my preservation, or no, devastation right now, evoker. And you can, oh, you have to get 100 from quests first. Okay. Rossi's here with the info. But if you have been just playing, you might have been collecting it without realizing it. So don't overlook that. Yeah, you can transfer them between characters. So I've got 4 characters that have them on it, and I can just transfer them all here. Max, confirm. Max, confirm. So that might be worth looking into, because I had just collected a ton without realizing that I had that many. Okay, where is the wind taking me? To the chest. And let's see here. Wait, do you not get bronze for the main world quest now? Oh, maybe it's the secondary ones? I don't know. It feels like they don't tell you everything that you get all the time. Oh, that's right. You can exchange them for time walking badges. Oh, I should go look at the Cataclysm vendor. I bought a lot during the Wrath of the Lich King. I should keybind my character screen. Do I have time walking badges? Time warped badges. Okay. Not as many as I did. Okay, did I get both of those elites? Those rares? Nope, I still need a rare Siren Isle. Dude. New mounts for Kata time walking. I might have to go look at that. Are they any good? Lots of games? Oh wait, you already have a glider. Cool. We have a rare. No, it's not a rare, it's just an elite. Lame. Any other games I play? So I've been wanting to actually. We haven't played Path of Exile 2 for a while, for probably at all this week, and that one's been a lot of fun. I don't know if I played since he was born. We played some Last Epoch. I'm not a huge ARPG fan, but I will occasionally. I played a lot of TFT not too long ago, and that if I was not playing WoW right now, I'd probably be playing TFT. It's a very fun game. What else have I played on Steam? Let's see here. TFT is so good. I'm not a huge fan of this set. Yeah, everybody's all of the people in the different discords that I'm in are hard on Grave Sludge. Where's this guy? Hard on PoE 2. And it's oh, this is that. I don't need that. I need a rare. So PoE 2 is a lot of fun. Yeah, me and my wife just finished Arcane. I watched season 1 when it came out, and no, I don't need that. My instinct is to just fight things. I played like 5 minutes of D4 on Game Pass, and I was not particularly impressed. It was okay, I guess, but I liked Last Epoch a lot better. I played some D3 back in the day, but not enough to get into it. I played it on PS4 a little bit. Oh wait, is this it? Is this everything? Yes, that's what I needed. Okay. Oh my goodness. How did you feel about Arcane, Jody? Or have you not seen it? Oh, that's not right. Citrine. Oh, that's the one to upgrade it. Destiny 1, I really liked. I played a lot of PvP Destiny 1 on PlayStation 4. I played, how many hours do I have in? Oh, that's right. This wouldn't even be accurate at all, because it was on the BattleNet launcher when I played Destiny 2 the most. But yeah, I've only got like 180 hours on Steam. I really, Destiny 2 just did not feel nearly as good to me, but PvP was kind of what I was into about it. And I feel like they really dropped the ball on PvP with D2 compared to D1. And so because I never raided or anything in Destiny, it didn't work for me anymore. Yeah, the DLC. And I feel like I got into Destiny 1. I hear that they had that same kind of issue with the DLC issue in the first one, but they kind of fixed it fairly quickly. But I got in when the second kind of chapter or expansion, whatever it was, came out. Okay, raw citrine. Oh, hold on. I got that to upgrade it. This is for this. Apply. Excellent. And then do this. Yes, maybe. This. There we go. Okay, I have accomplished what I wanted to accomplish with this. And we could go a couple of directions. If anybody wants to play, I'm down to play with people. Okay. It's a lot less predatory than most games because at least they give you a solid free game. Is that really the case with Destiny 2? Weren't they going to make a patch in WoW, or we can have our own house or something like that? Yes, they are bringing player housing into the game with the next expansion, I believe. At least that is what they are claiming that they're working on. And so I think it's been confirmed now, lots of games. I believe they actually confirmed it. And so at the like whatever event they had maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with player housing. It'll be, I hope it's not just, what was the Warlords of Draenor thing that they had? It was oh man, what was it called? Oh, hey, Tel Galad. Great to see you here. I don't know when you chatted, but sorry guys. Sorry my YouTube friends. I got I'm streaming on Twitch too because I just ran garrisons. That's what it was. Garrisons feel like they could have been cool, but yeah. Makes me nervous with every expansion. I'm terrified they're going to kill the game I love. I mean, can they kill WoW at this point, though? Can they really kill WoW? I feel like the only thing that's going to kill WoW is when enough of the player base dies that it's just not financially feasible anymore. So we've got another 20 years in us. Flying fish, yes. Garrisons, actually, I feel like Garrisons had a lot of potential. And once I found out that you could have an auction house and stuff, I didn't play during WoD. Change is bad. No, change is good. Change can't change. Well, change can be good. Fable. I never played Fable, but was Fable, I thought, was like a single player RPG, right? So I thought garrisons were cool. They just lacked it's just lonely, you know? If you're gonna have a house, your friends should be able to drop in. You should be able to we dabbled a little bit with Final Fantasy 14 at maybe a couple years ago, and I don't really understand how the player housing works there. I did go to like the island where you can do the player housing, but it still felt kind of empty to me. And maybe that's just a technical limitation that you'd have to design some crazy engineering to get around. Like, how do you get, let's say there's 500,000 active players on WoW, like really active players. How do you put 500,000 people's houses into WoW? It's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. Does anybody want to queue for something? Eric, you wanna farm some bronze celebration tokens? I am just like messing around. It's either we do that, or I start working on this video for a budget gaming PC for families. Lots of games. I'm gonna go to sleep. It's almost 1 a.m. Yeah, get to bed, man. Get to bed. It's good to see you too. Thanks for coming in and chatting. And yeah, no. When we do the live thing, yeah, we'll get some viewers in to queue up with us, or try to do some mythics maybe. Great to see you. Get some good rest tonight. All right, people are heading to bed. It's actually normally I go to bed between like 8 and 9. I'm mountain time, and but the baby has messed with that schedule, so here I am. Okay. Well, in that case, I am actually going to start thinking about what a new PC setup would look like. Well, when I say new, I mean budget affordable. So I'm gonna try, gonna go to OBS and change things just a bit, just a smidge. Let's try this. All right. Mountain time, Flying Fish. How are you doing, Flying Fish? You like the garrisons. I'm trying to see if I like missed something that you said in chat so far. Okay, I don't think I have. So, trying to get to sleep. You got an early morning tomorrow, Flying Fish? There is a baby in this carrier. He's like sunk down. Smart Kool-Aid. Yeah, it's better if you can see his face. But you know, I'm not gonna risk waking him up right now. He is, let's see here. So today is Wednesday, the 18th. So he was born a week ago. He's an itty bitty little baby. Oh. It's so fun when you got the little tiny babies with their little tiny fingers, and they give the best cuddles. No early mornings for me. 61 and retired. Get up when you want, or when your 3 dogs want to get up. Hey, that's a good deal. 61 and retired. I think that's early retirement for most people, right? I love it. I love it. I look forward to one day having no early mornings, or early mornings if I want them. What server we've got characters on a bunch of different servers, Eric. Mostly Illidan, but there are also Smart Kool-Aid is over here in Twitch too. Cool. 8 months now. It seems like just yesterday she's that size. Yes. Wait until they are 12 or almost 12, and it seems like just yesterday they're that size. It goes by way too fast. So Eric, we're on Illidan. There's a couple others that are out there. I'm trying to. I could go look. Log out. But servers don't matter. Is there any server limitations that there are anymore? You have to go into dungeons still to trade between factions, but So Illidan, Kel'Thuzad. I think it's mostly Illidan and Kel'Thuzad where I am. Darkspear, because back in the day when I was playing in Burning Crusade, I was on Darkspear. But that is not really... I don't feel like it's really a realm anymore. Nobody plays on it. Okay, I gotta get out of loading screen music. That's gonna kill me. Okay, Apex TV. That is right. So crafting. Yes, Mythic Raid, Chantal, you're correct. Mythic Raid is still server specific, but only until the Hall of Fame closes, I think. After Hall of Fame closes, you can queue up cross server, if I recall correctly. BlackRock. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so it's for crafting and for Mythic Raid progression. That is really the only thing that's server specific anymore. Only things. If we might be missing something else, but there's not a lot you can't do. So what kind of PCs does everybody play on? Do you guys play on potatoes? Do you guys play on really good rigs? I've done, when I first started playing games with my kids on PC, it was in 2020, and we used one of those COVID monies, and I was living in a NASA PC, Frosty. That's the way to do it. Yeah, toaster from James. So so we had COVID money. COVID money came through, and I was like, okay, I want to be able to play. So I built two PCs from scratch, and they were okay. They weren't bad. Mine was good, and the other was, well, so one of them started with a Radeon or AMD APU that had the integrated graphics, and it was functional. Then we moved across the country, and in the last 4 years, I've like sold some. I didn't play a whole lot of games for a couple of maybe a year in our new location, but so basically the way I think about it, there's a few ways you can go about getting a PC to play with your kids, and one of them is, oh, you're shifting around, let's get you up here, let's get some people, there you go. One of them is you pass down hardware when you upgrade, right? So I'm now on the highest end graphics card I've ever been on, and that's a 4080S. So I passed my 3070 down to Little John because he takes the most advantage of things that require frame rates. I guess you could just go out and buy a pre-built, and I don't even know. I haven't looked at pre-builts in so long. Let's take a look. What's a pre-built PC look like? Fly Fishing Nomad. Anyone else lagging, or is it just your connection? It says I have an excellent connection in YouTube Studio, so I don't know. But we also have a lot of wind going on right now where I'm at, so it could be that things get a little bit questionable. Pre-built PC. Little John, yes, he's got the most important job as the tank. No lag for Chantal. Okay, so like iBuyPower, I think this is what I've heard is like reasonable pre-builds. Proximo, great to see you. James K, when you say that you're playing on a toaster, How much of a toaster is it? Is it like super toaster? Okay, Smart Kool-Aid. It's playing on waiting on a 7900 XTX in the next couple days. That's a nice card, I believe. Just upgraded motherboard, DDR5 64, Ryzen 9 7900X. Pretty major upgrades. I've always had secondhand GPUs from friends or wasted money. 6650 XT2 years ago. Wife wanted a podcast setup, so I'm pretty much using all my old stuff for her first desktop PC. Yes. Toasters are good for the soul. It's so funny. So I have a 5800X, and I don't know if I'm going to upgrade to like a 57X3D or whatever kind of the best gaming PC you can get for the AM4 is. But so I've got that. I don't have 64. I've only got 32 gigs of, I think this is still DDR4 on the AM4. It could be DDR5. I don't remember. I could look, I guess. But, and a 4080S. And I ended up, so we're playing Path of Exile, and Little John is playing on our worst setup, which is it's like a 12-year-old Xeon processor, quad core, and a 5700 XT it might have 16 gigs of RAM. I think it has 16 gigs of RAM. And that PC is just running it no problem. Frame rate might not be great, but it's definitely in the 50s or 60s. And my computer is just having complete system lockups on loading screens. And then I'll have my weird things with WoW. I probably need to do a complete clean wipe and reinstall of Windows on my computer, honestly. But yeah, so it's funny how the toasters can often just run like a champ unless you try to throw like Cyberpunk at it or something. Shout out to Little John. I'll let him know that he got some shout outs. All right, Retro Kiddo has a 5600 with a 3080 Ti. So 5600, that's like a Ryzen 5, right? And you're still on the AM4. The 3080 Ti is definitely gonna, yeah. So you're kind of in a similar situation to me, where you would get performance gains if you went to the 5800X 3D. Okay, Fly Fishing Nomad built a system in 2011, lasted till 2022. Now I've got a big screen plugged into an Apple laptop. Which are you on the new Apple Silicon for your Apple laptop? Ryzen Micro Center. How much are they? Okay, let's go to eBay for it. It's an older one now at this point. Smart Kool-Aid. I think the majority of people are playing on toasters. Yeah. No, if you look at the Steam hardware survey, okay, so video cards by manufacturer. I know we can actually get into the details here. Frosty says the issue with pre-builts is they'll have good parts but then cheap out on power supply, motherboard, storage, stuff like that. Yes. Yeah, well, and pre-builts, like, can you even get a good deal right now? Okay, so you can still get a 5600. That's an A. Is 5600? Oh yeah, they don't have that. 5700. Okay, so this is still an AM4. James, my old rig is 10 years old. Came with 12 gigs of RAM. The 750. Okay. Went up to the 980, increased RAM to 16 gigs, still a toaster, but it's still kicking. Your daughter plays on it. Yes, right. So that's like a solid, I mean, in the processor space, there have been upgrades. I don't want to pretend like there hasn't been a lot of performance gain, but in a lot of ways, there hasn't been like real upgrades for about 12 years. It's been very incremental. So you could have been playing, you can play on a 12-year-old processor and you can play things just fine. The Apple M1 chip. Yep, so that's Apple Silicon. I had an M1 laptop and I was highly impressed with it. It's surprising how good of a performance. I had like the best process, the beefiest processor for that, and it played WoW really well at 4K. I was highly surprised that you could get that kind of performance out of a laptop. Okay, so we've got a 5700. Can we get a, okay. What kind of, okay, these are like a 3050. What even does a 3050 run? RTX 3050. Benchmark. Arma 3 at 25 frames per second. Retro Kiddo, I could easily get a new CPU, but I have no experience building and have only replaced RAM on my own. Yeah, it's just really expensive Legos, honestly, building a PC or replacing a CPU. If you're comfortable, what's a good analogy? If you can change the oil on your car, you can build a PC or change a CPU for sure. Basically, just don't force anything. A 1660 Super is better than a 3050. That's insane. So I've just got a 1660 Super laying around. I don't have a box for it right now. And so they want $899 for a 5700, 16 gigs of RAM, and a 3050 with a terabyte of storage. So let's see here. Dell Precision. Let me go find the exact model I'm looking at. Dell. Yeah, the 50 series have always been really bad. And like a 3070 is still a perfectly fine graphics card. It's still solid mid-range, I feel like. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. 60s, the 1660S is surprisingly good. Okay, I gotta find the model name for this. So the way that the way that I built the last PC that we've got, that Anetti normally plays on, is I got one of these old workstations with a Xeon processor, V3. Okay, so you can pick these things up. Okay, we're at 145 with shipping. Is the 3060 that solid? Is the 3070 not that much better than the 3060? Okay, so for about 120 bucks, you can get something like this. And they don't normally come with a hard drive, but it's an old workstation. They made millions of these computers. And basically, you're not going to start bottlenecking your CPU on these things until you are into a 40 series graphics card. A 3080 Ti would definitely be bottlenecked, but I think a 3070, you might have like a 5 to 10% CPU bottleneck on the GPU. And so you can pick one of these up for 120 bucks and then throw a solid state drive into it for another 60 bucks or so. Get yourself a GPU for I haven't been looking. My market is not great for secondhand here. I keep an eye out on Facebook Marketplace, and you can find decent deals occasionally, but like for a 5700 XT, which is what the build that's sitting next to me is, defective, you're looking at about 150 bucks right now. Not too bad. So you've got 150 plus 120, 270, 60 bucks for a solid state storage. And so you're looking at about 330 bucks. This doesn't have RAM. Obviously, you'll need a monitor, mouse, and keyboard to make it run. All of which I would tend to. Well, I'll get the monitor and I'll get the monitor off of Facebook Marketplace, and mouse and keyboard, I'm probably just buying something cheap online. Proximo, might need to upgrade the power supply for the GPU. Not for the 5700 XT, you don't. If you... And actually, so I'm going to be throwing the 3070 into this one that I've got, and I still think it's not going to... if you're not getting a 80 series on the... if you're not getting an 80 series in NVIDIA from like the 30 or the 40 lines, I don't think you're going to need a different power supply. Now you do need a power supply adapter for the graphics card. It's a whole nother story. Okay, let me catch up on chat. Surprised to find out how easy it was to build a PC. Hardest part was researching parts and ensuring compatibility. Yeah, yep. And then what RAM works with NVIDIA, what RAM works with Radeon, all that. Frosty, the hardest part of building a PC is the CPU. My first time I've been to pin. Thank God for coverage. Yeah. Bending pins is not advised. Might need to upgrade the power supply. Yeah, in my experience, these things were built for, I mean, for like some maybe CAD machines, that sort of thing. They don't have a great power supply in them, but it's more than sufficient for anything you have that isn't going to bottleneck, that the CPU isn't going to bottleneck. So basically 3070 and down, probably. Smart Kool-Aid, when did my kids start to use a PC? Well, so as far as the PC usage goes, it's kind of, let's see here. We've got like typing games. Yeah, these workstations were built for longevity for sure. And they ended up, corporate places will buy like 50, 150, 1,000, 5,000 of these guys, and then they upgrade, and they all enter the secondary market. So you can, depending on when you're looking, you can find these things for $80. Basically the same thing as this. So you can find them, and I've had the one I've got for 3 years right now. So kids using PCs. So we've got like touch typing games that we play with that we will I've got a 5-year-old who's playing that. We try to basically keep device usage to a real minimum before about 5 or so. We might watch some TV occasionally. We might let them play like a color and shape game on the iPad or something in very limited doses, but we don't do a whole lot before that. And then we give them a little bit of kind of getting them used to the keyboard and mouse. And there's a site called Starfall that we let them do some like reading and math stuff on. Then as far as games go, let's see here. Probably about 6 or 7 is when I'm okay with introducing a little bit more games. Most games for me, I would prefer that there be some kind of a reading component. Like WoW is one of those games where if you can't read, WoW it just doesn't work. And so getting those reading skills to the point where they can play games where they have to be able to read to really play the game is kind of where then I'm okay with using a little bit more of the computer to develop some reading skills. So I don't know if that answers your question or not. And then I've got some kids who just aren't really, well, I don't know if I have any kids that aren't at all into computers. But I do have one daughter in particular she'll play some Stardew Valley. She likes some Stardew Valley, but she is very disinterested. So all of them are different. But things like educational stuff, we definitely utilize. Yeah, some people do no screens, none of that. And my wife probably, when she was pregnant with our first, would have leaned more towards that direction. My general thought is that we are in a world with screens, and I don't want my kids to be cracked out on them. But I also want them to be able to know how they work, like know how they actually work, and to be able to use them responsibly as tools and for enjoyment. So, yeah, no, it's, but every kid is different. I've got, one of my kids will become a streamer like Ninja. Yeah, well, we'll see, I guess maybe I'm setting them up for that. Hopefully in a good way. Yeah, I enjoyed kid PC games too. So hold on. Yeah, the biggest thing for me is I know how a lot of these things work, and better yet, know how to figure out how they work. So I want to teach my kids that. Yeah, exactly. And then, so I guess going back to my childhood, we had an Apple IIe that I played. Oh, what's going on? Oh no, is my computer just totally borked, or is it just WoW? Okay, just WoW. So we had an Apple IIe and like a K Pro. Oh no, I will not be the next Asmongold. Heaven forbid. So I had an Apple IIe and we had a K Pro, like a word processing machine that took, was it 5.4 floppies? And so we would get to play like Chuck Yeager Flight Simulator on that, which was basically an arcade game. There was on the K Pro, they had these games that they had these games that used letters, kind of like a platformer, but they would you'd play as the letter D, and you'd have to jump over different letters and stuff. And so we played those, and then we got computer, like real computers, probably I'm like 10, 11 or so, and then playing some StarCraft. Take that as a half insult. Yeah. And the thing is, my parents knew nothing about computers. They were my dad had to have my mom help him use the word processor. She still does. She still does all the computer work for him. But so they were computer illiterate, and we had internet access when I'm like 12, 13, and that was not, I wish that my parents had been a little bit more computer literate, just in terms of being able to like lock things down and keep me from finding things that I probably shouldn't have been finding on the internet at 12, 13. And so I've hopefully learned from that, and we have a lot of filtering that takes place and browser histories that we monitor. So that like the worst parts of the internet and this stuff, trying to keep them as innocent as possible for as long as possible. But it's definitely, I want them to know how to use computers, how to at least have a functional idea of how programming works, and to be able to use them as tools. All right, let me catch up on chat. Not going to be the next Asmongold. Too peaceful. That's right. Studies are showing that younger generations are getting less and less computer literate. Being able to use them properly will put them in a good place in the future. Yeah. No, I figure being able to read well and being familiar with how computers actually work, they'll definitely be served well. Okay, Retro Kiddo, you're falling asleep. Yeah, go to sleep, man. It is too late. I'm probably going to be calling it quits here in about 10 minutes. I got to take my wife some ibuprofen. Let's see here. Proxima. When I was a kid, I had to go to my grandparents to play on the ColecoVision and television, or the Atari 2600. Okay, so you are Gen X, I want to say, right? That would be that generation, I feel like. Music Kid finding a way around those monitors. Yeah, they'll find a way around things. Let's see here. Frosty. Yeah, I was a sneaky kid, found some insane things. I never should have seen that young. I don't think that we had the level of gooning that takes place at this point. I think we were doing something other than that. As a kid, we had sticks we beat each other with. We did get Pong when I was in high school. Yes. Well, and what's cool is I grew up in a small town, and so I'm like an elder millennial, I think. But I grew up where small town, 1,500 people, farming town. we would go out all day long and just play outside. It was awesome. So I got a little bit of what Gen X and the boomers got in terms of kind of like a childhood that was free a little bit. And then I also got some of the worst of the millennial stuff. But all right. So where was I? So you can get a PC that's pretty functional. Like I would guess that I'm going to get another 5 to 8 years out of decent functionality out of that Dell workstation with the 5700 XT. And so something like that for about $300 or so, depending on how closely you watch sales, you can get a PC that'll run most games, pretty much all games. On some of them you're going to have to turn those settings down, but so you can pay for less than an Xbox or a PS5, you can get into PC gaming. What am I rocking right now? Let me pull up my system report. Is there any personal information on this page? Nope, no personal information. Okay. So, what I'm rocking right now is 5800X that I may or may not upgrade to a 5800X 3D at some point. Get that last 5% of performance out of it. 32 gigs of RAM. Yep. And I've got a 4080S for a graphics card right now. Man. Last year of the boomers. So you're like a Gen X. You're like boomers who still appreciated the Grateful Dead. Right? No, maybe Gen X would have been rocking the you would have been kind of like young for the Grateful Dead crowd. Yeah, it works. The PC does. My PC is solid. It's somewhere in the like. It's not a UFO. It's not an aircraft carrier, but it might be like a solid something. About a bag biggie. Yes. So basically, I've got my son has a 3070. Well, it's the one that's in their room. He's got a 3070 and an AMD. Actually, that would be a huge upgrade for him. So he's got, I think, a 2400G. It's like the AMD APU. And it probably, if I was to upgrade to a 5800X 3D and give him this, all of a sudden his PC would be singing. 747-8. Boeing, yeah, exactly. And then I've got, so that workstation that I was talking about, the Dell Precision with the 5700 XT is what my daughter plays on normally. And then I'm looking for another one because my wife or potentially one of my other kids might be getting to the point where they'll soon be joining us sometimes to play. So I'm looking for that fourth PC. Most people who only have like 2 kids won't probably, well, with 2 kids you could still be looking at 4 PCs. So but so yeah, and then I figure you either upgrade and then pass hardware down, or you buy a pre-built, or you end up kind of looking for what's the cheapest way that I can do this and actually get something that's performant. That's what I did with wife's PC. Give her old parts, I buy new parts, both parties are happy. 2 for 1, that's right. Yeah, I can't put, well, can you? I guess I am close to being able to run like a Karazhan in theory in maybe 10 years. We'll have to find somebody to fill a spot. They re-released Karazhan at some point. Was that during Legion that they had a Karazhan re-release? I didn't play Legion, so I didn't know. The chat has died. Not a clue. Only started at the end of Shadowlands. Oh wow, you are new to WoW, Frosty. That's pretty recent. Are you giving away your age by having only started since Shadowlands? Legion has returned to Kara. Yep, 2 mythics and then heroic dungeons. Okay, so I guess that makes sense. I liked it when it was a 10-man raid. We could use a 10-man raid again. All right, well, I've got to get some meds to my wife. Early 20s. Very cool, dude. Very cool. No, it's what got you into WoW? Was there somebody who got you into WoW that you like, a friend was playing and so you played with them, or did you just kind of discover it like it was in the ether? About a bag. Yeah, I got 2 kids, but 3 and 2 years old. They're getting PCs ASAP. They already be playing DBZ Sparkling Zero. Nice. I remember begging my dad to buy me a WoW box from Walmart for TBC. Got home, installed, and realized I needed a membership. Oh wow. So Smart Kool-Aid is just, you're just not even a WoW enjoyer. Cool. Yeah, the monthly sub is I hope Microsoft gets rid of it, honestly. Blood Elves and Draenei's. Yeah, remember that cinematic that opened with the blood elf that sucked the life out of the mana eel or whatever? Okay, so your wife got you into WoW. She said she played way back. You gave it a try and you've been here since. Cool. Does she doesn't play anymore, or does she play with you? I'm sorry, you probably have told me this already. Oh, old school RuneScape enjoyer. Okay, yeah, cool. I have trouble. I downloaded it and I tried it out and it wasn't for me. I think it's one of those games that you had to be there, is what old school RuneScape feels like to me. About a biggie. Found WoW in 6th grade with 2 neighbors that were in 7th grade. We all went to Walmart and stole classic and VC keys and 60-day game time cards before you needed to scan them at the register. Nice. Yes, they need to put it on Game Pass. They could put it on Ultimate Game Pass and I would be happy paying $5 a month extra for it. But regular standard Game Pass would be the way to go. I think so. I think you're right. I feel like that would just be so good for the game. They also need to like completely rethink PvP. I think the rest of the game is accessible enough at this point, although a like the Siren or the Exile's Reach starting zone and the new player leveling experience, if you're starting from 0, is really, really bad, and they need to put like 3 people on that full time to get that sorted out. Yeah, they've got controller support in the game. Put it on Xbox, get new people playing the game, fix PvP, and when I say fix, I mean I think you have to just completely get rid of gearing and potentially just separate the classes in PvP from PvE to get it to some kind of manageable state. And yeah, I think WoW could actually see a revival. I just don't know. Yeah, here I am with 4 subs right now, not incentivizing them to do that. I got her to do the raid with me. She did fine, but was stressing out. She's also scared of Mythic Plus. Yeah, no. So Annette hates raids. She tried LFR with me for Razagath in season 1 of Dragonflight, and she like never touched WoW again for like 3 months. I think the thing turning me off most from retail is the instant leveling thing, but that's just from what I've heard. Don't know much about it. So instant leveling is a bit of an exaggeration. The leveling experience does not feel meaningful. It could be half as long as it is when you don't have a time walking event going on, and still be a lot more meaningful, and still get you into the game in a way that feels good. Classic is just basically a leveling game, and it's the part of Classic that I think is charming and fun, but it really does not encourage healthy gameplay patterns. Yes, Razagath was a hard boss, and you actually had to know the mechanics in LFR. It was an L for me. I feel like she probably would have gotten into WoW a little bit sooner if I hadn't put her through that. And the worst final boss for someone that doesn't like dungeons raids. Yeah, no, it was definitely it was a bad move. It was a bad move. Little John is all into it, and he's like, yes, this is awesome, and she's like, oh, this is horrible. I never want to play this game again. Yeah, because if you didn't know the mechanics, you were just waiting for your team to get enough stacks of determination so the people who did know the fight could carry you through it. Okay, I have to get my wife some ibuprofen, and this guy is going to need to eat here pretty soon. So thank you all so much for hanging out. This has been really cool. This is the first time I've like really streamed and like talked with chat, so this was really fun for me. I thanks for keeping me company. Yeah, she is going to feel better soon. She's recovering. You know, we're older than we used to be, and it's a little bit slower than it has been, but she's getting better. I did Razzie, spent 5 hours on the final boss before I fell asleep in my chair. Yeah. Bada Biggie's been on hardcore and SOD lately. Okay, SOD is actually interesting because you can speed level. Yeah, no, he's getting ready for his debut here one day, Proximo. Yeah, you guys have a good night. I hope that you get some good rest tonight, or have a great evening or morning, whatever it is, wherever you are, and that yeah, treat the people that you love well. Treat everybody well, but give some extra love to the people that need it. Have a great